Hey neighbors, Brent here coming to you from the front porch of the church at Wood Forest. Isn't it beautiful out here? If you were here last Sunday, goodness gracious, wasn't it awesome? Wasn't it so good to be back in the building? You know, Saturday night I didn't sleep real well because I was just sort of anticipating. Of course, I was running through my mind all the potential snags that we might experience our first time back after 6 months. But the Lord provided in some meaningful ways for me. I showed up on Sunday morning. I got to watch people coming into the building, volunteers first, and then the rest of the church family at each of our worship hours. I got to watch as the hospitality, the front porch mentality of our church family was on full display. I got to watch how our church family showed up and they were so selfless and willing to wear a mask, even if in other places they preferred not to. They were so willing to throw on a mask for the sake of the rest of the community. It was such a sacrifice, and I was so grateful for that. Thank you for coming to worship and for singing and for praying with us and for listening alongside families who had needed to bring their children into worship. It was such a meaningful encounter, and I'm so glad that you were a part of it. Many of you are still watching and worshiping from afar. You're choosing the online option, and I want you to continue that until you feel completely comfortable to come back to the building. But just know, you can be in the building 9:30 and 11:15, and you can be online 9:30, 11:15, and quite honestly, you can go to our YouTube channel anytime you want during the week, and you can find the most recent as well as all of the other worship services that we've had while we've been apart. And I want to encourage you to, when you seek God, to find Him, whether it's on a Sunday morning or a Thursday night or somewhere in between. Just seek Him out in whatever opportunity you can, and we're doing our best as a church to be available to make worship something you can do whenever you need to be in the presence of God. Again, to just fulfill God's promise that if you look for Him, you'll find Him. And so we want to be a part of making that easy for you. For the last several weeks, though, we've been worshiping together and going through this sermon series that I've called Savor, Taste and See that the Lord is Good. And over the weeks, we've talked about the importance of savoring each day, of savoring the provision that God has made available to us, of savoring the people that are in our lives. This past week, we talked about savoring the storms and the struggles. I try to remind you that in the book of James, Jesus' brother tells us that, look, there's going to be troubles, and when trouble comes, find joy in those trials, because in those trials, God draws near. And just as Jesus had said in the Sermon on the Mount, blessed are those who mourn, because I get to bring comfort to you. Blessed are you who may be weak and having a difficult time, because yours is the kingdom of God. Blessed are you when you're experiencing hardship, because in those moments you are more likely to find that the promise of God is true, that God will never leave us or forsake us. And that was what I tried to get across this past week. God is always with us. This coming week, we're going to wrap the series, and we're going to talk about savoring the quest, realizing that our life truly is just a big journey, a long journey. Each of us have just a speck in all of eternity. There were people who lived long before us, and there will be people who live long after us. But while we have this chance, while we have this life, I want to invite us and encourage us to take a page out of Jesus' book when He was with the apostles for probably one of the last times, celebrating the Passover meal, sharing communion, all of the things that happened in that final gathering. We're going to camp out in that moment together. But again, I want to do this because I want to remind us that there's power in looking back over our journey and uncovering where God has been. There's power in taking a moment to hit pause on all of life and to sit still in the presence of God, to remember that He's with us right now, always. And then also to spend some time looking forward and to be reminded that God has created us with hope and promise as a part of our future. So I want to talk about the whole quest that our life is on. And we'll do that this coming Sunday. We also are going to be baptizing a couple folks. I think at least one in each of our services on Sunday morning, so that'll be a real meaningful time to be together. And so I hope that you'll plan to be with us. 9:30 and 11:15 here in the building or online. Worship with us however you feel most comfortable, and we'll love to be in your presence. Can't wait to do that with y'all. Be sure to go back and read the newsletter to see what's going on in the life of the church, with Bible studies that have come back, with student ministry back in session. We're so excited about this fall semester finally getting rolling. And so find your way, get in where you fit in, as they used to say. Love you. God bless you. We'll see you Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.